Hi, welcome to our first live podcast. So today we have with us Gary from Cloverspace, which is our first time having this live podcasting, whereby we'll be answering some really burning question. Okay, so anyway, Gary is still not aware what are the questions. So if you guys are joining us in this live, right, welcome, because this is not rehearsal at all. Gary do not know the question, and so there will be no censored, no filter, no cut. We will just try to answer as candid as possible. Okay, and on my list right here, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 to 10 questions. Okay, and if you guys at any point of time you have any question at all, just type out in the comment, okay, of our live video, and Bo behind the camera will prompt us if we find that, hey, this question is interesting and want either myself or Gary to answer on the spot. Okay, so feel free to bomb us with your question, and like I say, if you are joining us right now, thank you for joining us. You guys are in for a treat because we will share all the secrets, all the things that you wish to know for ID, for interior design, for this industry in the most candid and brutally honest way as possible. But of course, as you all always know, we are very light-hearted one, so this will just be a casual session.
No filter.
No filter. Okay? I feel really carried. Okay? Now, okay, then let us begin. Let me see, Okay, I'll just throw Gary the most tricky question first. Okay, now this question is this. Many suggest to find contractors instead of ID because IDs crazily mark up their price. Is it true? Okay, so for this question, let's just take it as I'm the ID lah. You are the contractor lah. So people come to you because they think that I crazily mark up. Is it true?
There is definitely a markup for the designers because they do need to make a living, right? So surely there is a certain percentage of markup. They cannot be doing free work, right? You go to a subcon, yes, they will give you their price, but they will not be able to give you inputs or help you to gel everything together. So if I go to a painter, the painter will ask you what color you want to paint, where you want to paint. Okay, that's it. They will just do it. But then they will not give you the advice on what your furniture color is going to be, how your whole house theme is going to be, how we can incorporate this and that together, that kind of thing. So yes, you can find a contractor to save cost. I would say yes, definitely. It will be cheaper than going to an ID. But whether or not you are able to coordinate all the different set of subcontractors together, because the designer not only helps you to design the space, they also help in terms of material selection, how are we going to schedule the works, who come in first, who do what, the contractor might not help you in all this. So the designer does all this for you. I hope that answers your question. What do you think? Because the designer contractor so I say my point, you need to.
Yeah, okay. Gary has said some really valid and really good point, and this is also something that or should I say the whole team and I actually really appreciate about working with Gary, because they are very transparent. For example, they will tell you upfront that they don't do design, that is not their core, their specialties. So if you want something, want more design input, then you look for 1983. But if some owners, they already have like a 50-page PDF, like they already know what they want, then in this case, they don't need to look for an ID designers, and they can save on the design fees. They can just look for Gary direct, and Gary will be more than happy to help them. In fact, there are some cases whereby we met client like this and we like just referred over to Gary, and they are able to take up the job themselves lah. So it really depends, and of course Gary answer in a more brutally honest way lah, like what what I need to make a living, no, but rather is like we do charge a design fee because that's where we earn.
Well, that's the markup lah, sorry.
Correct. So you're paying more. You're paying like something more for this extra service that you're getting, which is this design service. So some people see the value in it. They don't think that it's a markup. They understand what they're paying for. But for people that don't really appreciate design, they may see it as a markup. And they will prefer to see a quotation whereby it put design fee complimentary or FOC, so they will feel good. Hey, I'm getting free stuff. Yeah. So it's all human mentality and psychology. So if those people, when they see, wow, man, 1983, you all charge this percentage, wow, you're crazy, you're markup. How come other ID just charge me 1,500 for design fee? Things like that lah. So this is I think this is a very interesting topic and seldom talk about, because this is something in our industry is very.
Okay, maybe I jump in on this. Okay, so in terms of ID, right, there are like various kind of IDs. There are like the general mass market IDs. So I mean, I'm not gonna name the companies, but those that sell like $10,000 kitchen package, then free this, free that kind of thing. So those mainly is like, okay, they will suggest to you the colors, right? But it's to be generic cabinet doors and all this, you choose your quartz, you choose your laminate color, that's all. But then whereas there are also ID or design firms that are more detailed, they do more special things like, okay, so this is a cabinet door, maybe we do a metal trimming around the door to make it more unique. So I'm sure a lot of you homeowners, when you go search ID hunting, you'll see their portfolio. So you can see, like, how come this kitchen cabinet is white? This other kitchen cabinet is also white. But how come this white one looks a lot better than the other one? Right? So there are a lot of these different design elements where, firms like 1983 will give you the input on how to make, this thing look a lot better. Which I think that is where there's this price difference. So of course, if I'm on a budget, if I got a 10K budget, for example, I cannot afford to do like additional metal frame around all my doors. Then I wouldn't be able to go to 1983 and ask them to 10,000 budget do magic for me. So there is this price difference that I think a lot of homeowners need to understand how come 1983 charge a design fee, and how come there are some other ID firms who don't, because we can do cookie cutter, right? Mass market cookie cutter, easy money, but for them it's like for 1983 it's like, no, they want every project, every client's house to be special, to suit their taste, to really like their home. It's a home. We don't see it as like a project, as a job or as a business. They see every client's house as your home. You want to stay there. You need to fall in love with your home. So they put in all the effort, all the small little details. I think there is this difference between various design firms, I would say. So you need to also understand what you want, right? If you really want something that's unique and really suit your taste, and then it's different, then you need to spend a little bit more, right? But if you're on a budget, like you want to stay in this house for 5 years, you sell away after 5 years, you don't need to spend so much. Then of course, then you can go to cheaper firms. I think I just want to basically let you guys know that there are different kind of design firms. So if you talk about pricing, there will be like you go McDonald's and eat, it's $5 one set meal you can. But you go to a restaurant, you cannot find a $5 one set meal. You know, yeah. So it really depends on
McDonald's and Five Guys.
Oh yeah, right. McDonald's and Five Guys, you know. yeah. So there's a difference lah. There is a difference even for ID firms. There are different. I wouldn't say tiers, but there are different concepts. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess what Gary answered, it kind of we are not comparing between IDs and contractors. We are comparing between IDs and IDs.
Yeah.
The different kind of IDs.
Yeah.
So it will result in this so-called markup pricing as well. There's a misunderstanding of we don't talk about design fees like Gary mentioned just now earlier. We talk about materials, design proposal, detailings. So yeah, all this will affect price. Like even for example, Gary is our preferred main con working partners. So Gary has a certain price point, and his team is able to deliver a certain standard of works. Then of course, in terms of Gary, there's different type also. Yeah, there is the super premium one.
Even for contractors, that's it.
Yeah, even for contractors, that is. So that we able to do like bespoke work, like do 500,000, 1 million interior reno works. So do we say that they crazy markup? Yes and no, but because like I have one recently I heard of one carpenters 1 year only take out about 2 jobs or 3 jobs, but it's super expensive because they spend so much time. They are those kind of carpenters that they themselves, they do up the carpentry area, they see something is wrong, they don't like it, they just redo everything, and they will give you a call and tell you, okay, you go and manage your client, I cannot, next week I cannot start because I need to redo, I'm unhappy with what is. So the outcome. So these are the things that a lot of all these crazy things is going on. Of course, this is the extreme cases. Yeah, so it is very interesting. I find that this industry, just like there's some super high net worth client. Recently, I remember this story about this like China client. So they are so freaking rich that they don't just want to see the fabric sample. They want to see the whole headboard. They want to fly down Singapore and touch the headboard. No matter what, I don't care, 1 week you rush up for me. Then they touch already, they are unhappy with it. Then they say, okay, I'm flying back next week. Can you change to this design? Make it happen for me. And then, so under such situation, right, we will need another team already. But the thing is, people are willing to pay for it. So of course we don't talk about super premium, super atas cases like this. Let's scale down to talk about the normal design that is widely acceptable by most people, and design with more details. Yeah. So in the past, I used to kind of stereotype or judgmental about IDs that call themselves ID but do cookie cutters, then charge design fee, FOC, then but still pride themselves as designer. And you see social media, they always post portfolio 3D drawings. They never post actual drawings. I used to stereotype them and say, hi, these guys, they don't deserve to be IDs. You know, that stuff like that. But as the longer I work in this industry and the more client I face, right, I realize that there's a market for different supply and demand.
Well, like I mentioned, because sometimes there are owners who only plan to stay for 5 years.
Correct.
Or there are rental units that only want to stay for 2 years, but then they still want to do up something, you know?
Yeah.
So they don't want to spend so much also.
Correct.
So those we understand. Their requirement is like, I need this wardrobe here.
Yeah,
it's really just to
more
store clothes.
simplified.
Correct. But then there are also homeowners who plan to stay there for the next 20, 30 years until their kids grow up.
Yeah.
So they need to plan for long term. So they want that house, everything to be like future proof and to be, you know, designed to what they like. Because they're going to stay there for like 10, 20 years. So there are different kind of markets out there. So
Correct.
yeah.
So as a designer, or as an industry professional, we understand this, and I think in this industry it's mutually respected. Just like I heard of some of my client friends that went to a mass market firm, then but the budget is quite tight, so they say that actually they know bank, so they want to come to 98G. So immediately this mass market ID tell them like, wow, you're this kind of budget, bank will not do your house one lah, come I can settle for you lah, because what you want is very simple only, then there's no need to go to bank. So I believe like through these years, because of the mutual respect we have, like you see our sharing have always been not just our reach is not to homeowners but also to industry professionals as well, because I felt that we should have a very healthy and friendly environment for all, because different we all serve different target market. And it's something that we constantly wish to educate, to share also, so more homeowners, you guys can understand about this industry better and will be able to find the best fit for your home.
Yeah, it's the journey that's important actually. Because I mean I tell you, the renovation process, right, it's gonna be very tedious, right? If you don't have a right fit, like the client and the designer don't have the same chemistry, or you know, it's gonna be a very tedious journey. You will be very frustrated. So I think the very most important thing is that find the right firm or designer that you are comfortable with, who understands your requirements. That's number one. Not so much on the pricing. Of course, pricing plays a factor, right? But if let's say ID A quotes you 20,000, ID B quotes you 22,000, right? But your chemistry with ID B is better, I would suggest you go with ID B, because that little difference is not gonna matter, because that whole journey, renovation journey with IDB, right, will be so comfortable, so pleasant. Whereas maybe for IDA, right, somewhere along the way there might be screw up. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, you wanted this, but I thought it was this, you know, that kind of thing. And then things will go wrong, and then when things go wrong, it might be additional cost. So you might incur more than the 20k that he initially quoted. Because now that I understand what you want, actually whatever you wanted, we need to top up, or we need to redo this whole thing. So you need to remove this, still pay me for the work for doing this, then pay for the new one. So I think the most important thing is have the right ID that fits your requirements, be it budget or design, and the chemistry is a lot of our clients turn out to be friends, you know, like we can still, after they move in, they'll still get in touch. They'll still tell you like, hey Gary, I recommended my relative and all this. Then sometimes we got events or what, we meet each other. So I think for Ben also, we really like that kind of interaction with homeowners. We really want every house or project that we do, right, we really treat it as our friends or relatives' house. Like we are very sincere in providing the services. Yeah. Anyway, Bo just reminded us, ask you all to, if you've got any questions you can post. If not, we'll talk very long. One question. So
actually I still have other questions, but I think that this is very interesting, and this actually branched out to a lot of other questions. In fact, just now when Gary mentioned about chemistry, I beg to differ a bit on this part, because I think more than just chemistry. Chemistry can be you go to maybe a Reno portal meetup whereby you meet up with 10 IDs, then you see which one got 缘分, got chemistry, then you choose them, or you go to expo and see which one got, you feel friendly. But sometimes it's just like Tinder date or that kind of first chemistry might be a bit chong one. But
like Tinder can hit and miss, okay. Reno cannot hit and miss.
Reno, yeah, correct lah. So your first appointment, the chemistry is then, but this fella after that sign already because he do 10, 20 project. Then say, am I? So I think more than just that, chemistry is something that can be it is not very 准 one, that's what I think. So I think it's more to understand your expectation of your renovation journey. You must know what you want. Okay? Not just your renovation requirement. Like in our first appointment, we always tell owner this. Okay? So whether they want to be more hands-on or hands-off. Yeah. And what is their expectation? Like, do they require furnishing or not? Like, do they require a very comprehensive kind of design or just simple design? So from there, you understand yourself already. Then you have the knowledge to identify the different type of ID. You must know that which are the mass market but with a bit of design, which are the one with good reviews. In fact, recently I find out about the Google AI review. So I find that is really pretty good because it's something that can't be fabricated. It's almost like a summary of this entire firm review from all over the place, from Facebook, from whatever kind of nonsense source you have. Then Google the AI just bam 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 bam. There's some mob. So it's very funny. You guys can go and find out about that. Then so of course that will spend another hour to really educate and teach you how to identify the different type of IDs lah. But the gist of it is you understand yourself lah. First, are you willing to pay design fee? Do you require a really whereby a home whereby you can throw to a designer and your house will be very nice? That this designer will not, the 3D and the actual will not have a big difference. 3D very nice, but actually very empty. So you must know what is your expectation. No? But if you just need someone that, won't run away with your money, deliver as per promise on time, this one your options a lot.
Yep.
There is a lot of, I would say, pretty reputable IDs out there. But if you want really design-centric firm, I would think it's not that much based on what I know lah. Really design-centric. But again, you must be prepared to pay for it lah. Something that we mentioned in the earlier question, this so-called because ID crazily markup. Is it true? So back to this question.
In that case, the markup is actually the design fee.
Yeah.
Not so much markup. So like for me, if Ben were to ask me to quote for painting of whole house, let's say I say 2003 to Ben.
Yeah.
So Ben will tell his client 2003. If you were to come to me directly and ask me how much is my painting, it will still be 2003. So there isn't that markup from my side.
Yeah.
So our collaboration with 1983 is that they come up with the design, we construct, fabricate, build. Right? We manage the project. We have our project managers who go down to the site to make sure that this is done according to their design, their dimensions and stuff like that. So that's the collaboration that we have. It's not like Ben give me a project. My painting cost is 2003. I'm gonna tell Ben 2003. Ben go and tell the client, it's 3000. Yeah. I think in a way for 1983 because for Cloverspace we also work with other design firms. So we are transparent in a way that we give the same pricing to other design firms and also to our direct clients. But I will say that in terms of Cloverspace pricing, right, it might be higher than general contractors that you find outside. there is a reason for that, because we work with design firms like 1983. So they have very strict requirements. So like constructing a cabinet, there are a few ways, or doing tiling, there are a few ways to do. That's the simple way. I just put the tile, that's it. You know, there's also a more tedious process where I make sure that, you know, the base, the adhesive, all this are done properly, I press properly, you know, the edging, I do 45 degrees so that I don't see the side of the tiles, that kind of thing, which is more time consuming, labor intensive, which will bring the price up. But those, it's very difficult for us to tell clients all the small little things that we do. Right? But we do it because the designers, the design firms have this kind of requirement. So naturally our price will follow that kind of standard, that kind of requirement. So same thing, our contractor also have different pricing. Idea have different pricing, right? Ben's design fee or 1983 design fee might be higher than certain firms, but might be lower than certain firms. So for us, same thing. We might be more expensive than some, we might be cheaper than some. It's
So, something that I told owners also, Cloverspace pricing is quote as per design.
Yep.
Whereby most mass market firm that does cookie cutters build, their quotation is as per standard template.
Yeah.
Like 10 feet feature wall, TV, how much? So their quotation is much faster also. Like they can do out a quotation within a day. But for us, we cannot do out a quotation within a day. Why? Because we need to think of the design first, the details.
Yeah.
Then we discuss with Cloverspace to say, hey, I want to do this, how much will it cost me?
Yeah.
Then, so every quotation is different. Yeah, which leads to the next question, like, what's the rough budget for a 5-room BTO? So this is also a very common question that's commonly asked, not just for 5 rooms. Sometimes people ask 3-room condo, 2-room condo. And you see, there is a few things to touch on for this kind of what is the budget question. It doesn't mean that a 5-room will be always be more expensive than a 3-room. Why? Because let's say the 5-room only want to do living and master bedroom, but the 2-room or 3-room one want to do everything. Kitchen also want to do, bathroom also want to hack everything. Which one will cost more? The 2-room will cost more. Yeah, so it really depends on the owner's requirement lah. But of course, there is usually a standard rough estimate lah. Like these days, renovation for 5-room. If right now you want me to throw out numbers for 5-room BTO, I'll say renovation easily 80 to 100k. Yeah, 跑不掉啊. Unless you are happy with the HDB bathroom, you don't do bathroom. No. Like I always tell owners, one bathroom is like 10k. You throw in there already. But if you don't do one bathroom, then you just do master lah. Common you don't do, then you save 10k lah. You don't 偷工减料 to save that bit of money. You save the whole area.
I mean, one very simple thing, flooring. Whether or not, if you talk about 5-room BTO, for example, are you getting flooring from HDB? If you are, you're saving a lot, because flooring is expensive. If you don't have vinyl flooring versus top flooring is going to cost you at least 40, 50, 60% more than vinyl. So that one will bring up the cost already. So if you ask, like maybe owner A just want to do vinyl, owner B want to do tiling, their price difference already is a lot. Then you still got other elements like lighting, false ceiling. Like the budget one will be HDB give you one lighting point, you install one like that, that's it. Then the more elaborate one will be we do a false ceiling and then we have multiple lights, you know, then it will cost more. So there are all these things that makes a difference to the price also. So if you ask us generally, yes, we can give it generally, but then whether or not it suits your requirement. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Criteria as an ID to enter 1983 and also criteria as a PM to enter Cloverspace.
Okay.
Cloverspace, you want to answer first?
In Singapore, there isn't like industry standard.
So what do you look for in your PM? If say someone want to join you, what will you look for?
Okay, first you have to like the job. Like
How?
Like why Ben choose to work with Cloverspace? Why 1983 choose to work to Cloverspace? Because they like to only do the design. They don't like to go down to site. They don't like to deal with subcontractors. You see? You tell me honestly, correct?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's because like so they only like to work on the design. They like that part, but they don't like to go down to the site and deal with subcontractors, deal with suppliers. But for Cloverspace, we don't like to do the design. We like to interact with our subcontractors. We like to go down to site. We don't like to stay at home or stay in the office and go and brainstorm. We rather sweat it out. So I think you need to first know what you want. So there are a lot of IDs out there who are sales ID, I would say, or you know, basically they code, they design, they manage subcontractors, they project and manage and all this. So there are a lot like this. So okay, criteria to join Cloverspace. Cloverspace only needs you to really like doing it. Like it doesn't matter whether you have knowledge or not. If you really like why I do this? I don't have prior experience in this industry. I used to be in
Taxi driver.
I used to be in IT. Then I start Cloverspace, then halfway I go and drive taxi. I drive one month only, I lose money. Cannot. Wow, taxi very tiring. Yeah, so I don't really have any experience. I didn't come from a design background. I didn't go to design school. In fact, whatever. Poly drop out. But yeah, but I really like how this industry works, as in like the project management side. I like talking to my subcontractors. I like learning, how certain things are being done. So in my very first few months or years, 1-2 years, every day I'll go down to site. I will sit down there and see how the workers work. Then I'll ask them, hey, why you do this? Why cannot do this? So I think you really need that interest. Once you have that interest, right, you're in. Because that's the most important. You like your job. Then you have the interest. You will want to learn. You will want to improve, and then you will want to provide the best service or quality to homeowners, because ultimately that's the satisfaction you will get, which is like for me. So criteria to join Cloverspace is really having that interest to learn and providing the quality and satisfaction to homeowners. I think that's all.
Basically, it's like design but don't like to do design.
You don't necessarily like to.
No, you must like design. If you don't like design, then you will find us very troublesome.
No, but I like the challenge.
That's the attitude. Correct.
So when 1983 comes to me and tell me like, hey, we want to do this like this.
Correct.
I will not tell them like, wow, they're very difficult to do.
Correct.
Or I will always want to think of a way to do it. I will always ask. I will not ask one person. Let's say it's something to do with carpentry. I will not just ask one carpenter. I will go and ask all the carpenter I know. This one can do like that. This one can do like that. This one can do like that. So I'll gather all the various methods or suggestions that the carpenter give, and then I will analyze, and then I'll say, okay, so Ben, if you want to do it like this, there's option A, B, C. Yeah. So I like the challenge. That's why I say you need to have the interest, because then you will not think that difficult things are very troublesome. you actually want more. Yeah, and you cannot really be focused on the money. Like, honestly, I'm not rich. I still stay HDB. Why? Because we are.
What? So you HDB long?
You also hey yeah. No, you're not rich. You see, you're not rich. Like for us, the priority is not on the money. It's really the satisfaction. Yeah, like wow. After you do this project, you see the client very happy. You know, like hey, thank you. It's it's really well done. Like my whole family love the house and kind of wow. That's and then if you get like a phone call or text or email like oh so and so recommended me. For my home renovation, well, that's the best satisfaction you get. Referrals and seeing the client very happy. Yeah, money, I mean, have lah, but not a lot lah.
So that's the most important criteria for PM. It's like my expectation of our PM will also be what Gary expectation when he's doing the hiring. Yeah, is that I believe you guys super duper hate it when your ID everything tell you cannot or 就是这样的 and too bad and you say how come you doing like this, how come this profile so thick and they know industry standard. Yeah, because they sometimes 讲难听 is like they try to smoke you or they try to smoke you or try to but it could also be because they got a lot of projects on hand.
No, or like what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Like this thing I do, this table for example. If I do normal, okay, one plank I cut, put the stand. Okay, one day finish. But you see the corner got this rounded edge. Then I need to, buffer it, make sure it's
correct.
So it's gonna take a lot of time. This maybe instead of one day I need 3 days. I earn the same money. Right?
Yeah, I know.
I earn the same money. So why would I spend 3 days to earn the same money when I can spend 1 day? So it's like then they will tell you 就是这样 because they don't want to spend 3 days to earn the same money. And then if they give you a higher price, then you say then 就不要做. Yeah, I don't want to.
Correct. So this is something that also I don't fault all this idea. I don't want to say people lazy or people try to smoke.
But I know filter. Sorry, I say.
Yeah, no. So we don't say people lazy, okay? It's because
it's not lazy
or they try to smoke you. It's not. It's rather 他们 they what I want to make Chinese already. Okay, they quote you it's really 就是这样的pricing.
The Chinese is in English, please. Hello.
Okay, what they quote you is really for this kind of profile pricing Yeah, that's where the price point will come in. That's why they tell you it's like this one. Because the pricing is really like this one. Yeah, so it's not that they cannot do maybe a better profile. I will say maybe the mistake that they made is they misrepresent from the front. Upfront maybe upfront they show you the 3D is like that sway one. But end up do up is 搞one. So that part is really hard to go and debate already unless you want to use the 3D to go and hood them. Yeah, but really back to the price point, sometimes like how to say 一分钱一分货 in English is you pay what you
you pay peanuts you get.
Quality come with a price tag.
Something like that.
So, you understand what we mean?
So correct. So there's many scenarios So sometimes it could be that as well. So sometimes it could be genuinely the idea is just lazy. Sometimes it mostly I think is because the price that they quote you is really for this quality of work, for this outcome. So that is the criteria for PM. So criteria for ID, Gary just now mentioned, designers like us, we don't like to go down to site. We like to design. So this is also exactly the criteria that we're looking for. For most ID, they come and join us as they want to really invest all their time, effort and energy on doing design works. Rather than managing subcons. Maybe they find that this is their area of interest. Okay, so they will think that joining us would be a good fit. Then also, because the previous firm that they come from, the clientele are mostly mass market clients that are not willing to spend on design. So maybe they themselves, they have design talent, but there is no opportunity for them to do out a good portfolio. So if the designers have this in them, there's fire that's ready to burn in them, this is what we are looking for. This is the criteria that we are looking for. Not so much on whether you have a certificate or not.
Yeah.
But it's more to, even if you don't have this certificate, but you have this hidden talent in you that don't have the opportunity to 发挥
to blossom.
Blossoms, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. So this is very important. So this hidden talent thing is very important because design is really something very subjective.
Yeah.
It's very hard to teach and coach. Yeah, I can give you the opportunities, the right client, but I'm putting my name on the line for new designers because every owners that come to me, they might have the fear that, oh Ben, will you throw my project to someone else to do? But my answer right now to this question is no. Yeah, even if a new designer handle the project, I will still oversee everything because everything has to go through me. Or even if it somehow managed to slip under my hand and reach Gary's side, Gary see it's funny, lady, it's not 1983 standard. Gary will also flag up. Yeah, so this is the kind of working relationship and confidence that we have established.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, criteria for ID is this. So
Passion and the design creativity.
correct. So in another way, it can be very stressful for those that are used to work in mass market firms because when they are from mass market firm, the design expectation is not so high. The client expectation is not so high also.
Yeah.
But over here, the client expectation is higher. So we will require, for example, maybe mass market don't need to do out a mood board deck. But over here, we need to do a mood board deck. And I will be the one to vet through whether this mood board deck is presentable to client. And I'm someone very straightforward towards my designer. If it's good, I say it's good. If it's terrible, sometimes I might kiss out. I might go crazy. Why? Because if it's something that I can't present to client, I will have to burn the midnight oil and last minute to chong out a mood board. It will be very taxing for me. And this is the stress that I will need to undertake if I want to expand the team. That's why I'm not doing this rapidly. Yeah, but of course I'm not closing the door as well. Yeah, it's like I think have to have the 缘分 and the fate.
Yeah. Anyway, Cloverspace is hiring if you're interested. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't post out but take the opportunity to.
Yeah. So please, guys, anyone want to challenge yourself to design, but don't like to be in the front line. Like if you join Cloverspace, you don't need to handle client. You don't need to go and present design. Yeah, that is the perk. Okay, you don't need to worry about closing sales and stuff like that because everything will come through
The design firms.
The design firms, not
The design firms or designers, they will
correct.
prepare everything, go through with the client on the requirements and all this.
Yeah.
You basically just need to understand from the designer what is required and then execute it and make sure that it's all executed in quality. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Now I think we answered some really interesting questions. You know, I got this very very burning question. Bo, right now got how many people? Anything?
20.
Still got 20. My living room got 20 people with us. Now, 20, just now, but how many? 20, is it lower or higher? Or maintain?
Middle?
Middle. Well, you're hang. This one probably I will not post. I want only say once. Okay, I only address this one because this one quite personal.
Okay.
Okay.
For you lah.
Only
Okay.
But you also know a bit. So if you want to kaypo, add on some, you can also lah. Okay. Okay. Now the question: did Ben learn his lesson after that story posting incident that almost got him cancer?
Which story? So many.
The one that got me cancer lah. Okay, don't stir shit. Okay. Now for context, in case some of you all didn't know, okay, that was how many years ago?
I don't know. Which one?
No, I don't want to say a word lah. Okay, I can't say the word foreign worker one.
Few years ago.
Okay, there was 2 years ago lah. Maybe. Around there. So 2 years ago, as you all know, I always like to post stories of my renovation progress, and my style is I like to joke. I like to make fun. I like to make people laugh. So that is my sense of humor. Okay, so I posted about this story whereby I am unboxing Taobao things at the void deck because the delivery guy, the parcel is too big, so they cannot bring up. So I have to unbox and create everything. Then after that, all the rubbish I throw into the bin. Okay, but the foreign worker that is in charge of the rubbish chute area, so come and I cannot use the F word, so come and gut me, come and scold me.
Hey, you don't use F, you use the G word, no different, bro.
Okay, so come and scold me lah. Say, hey bro, you can no, cannot throw here, take out. So I post about that incident. Okay, because I post that. After that I cannot scold by them. I feel very upset. Okay. Then, but I don't know when, because I know that if I put the rubbish outside, I'll kena also. Yeah, so I say, bro, how about this? I give you some money then you help me throw later So I posted sorry, I say guys, just for fun only. I really legit just joking only. Say please don't ask me to Taobao anymore lah. I don't want to get scolded by foreign worker. But that time I used the wrong word lah. Okay, I use the B word. Yeah, then and I don't want to, and I use another B word. I use the word I don't want to bribe B again. Yeah, so this word, this post, after it was online, I think within 6 hours or so, we have some very friendly, very nice followers PM and DM us and say, Ben, I think this post, I know you're trying to be funny, but it's a bit sensitive, so maybe you might consider removing it. So I'm like, I think about it, you know, sometimes we kind of say, we joke, then we don't know the limit.
Yeah, I know, I never post on.
Yeah, okay. But after that, we realized, okay, yeah, maybe people are right. Okay, we are not sensitive enough. So what I did is immediately I delete the post. Yeah, so I delete already, and but it was too late. The next morning when I wake up, suddenly my inbox got flooded because there's someone go and take a screenshot and send to I think it was Wake Up Singapore. Yeah. And the thing kind of blew up and go viral. So basically, that's a gist of it.
Okay lah. I give my opinion on this. Basically, when in this industry, we definitely will meet a lot of the town council workers, or even for some condos, you got your maintenance team from the condo management and stuff like that. We will always have interactions with foreign workers and all the maintenance team and stuff like that. So yes, they will score us. Because like, for example, BTO, there will be 20-30 groups of contractors over there doing work, everybody throwing rubbish. So it just so happened that he got caught because he was doing over there. People throw, go away. This stupid, go over there, slowly do. So confirm, he will have interaction with the workers. But I wouldn't say bribing. to Ben it's like, I mean, we understand, how tough it is for the foreign workers. Like I mentioned, 30 workers, contractors over there, 20, 30 units all throwing there, he's bound to be frustrated. So for Ben it's like, he don't want to anger that guy anymore. So he offer a goodwill offering. Not a bribe. Goodwill offering. I think there wasn't any malicious intent. It's just that the phrasing of
Wait, okay. So back to the question. The question is, did I learn my lesson after the incident? Obviously, I learned my lesson as to be careful with my choice of word when I'm posting things. So just to clarify, I've never touched on this publicly, openly before. Is it still 20 people?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never touched on this openly before. But I'm definitely not a racist person, and I'm not trying to be racist. And why I say I learned my lesson, because this is something that it really struck me, because there's one day at 6:30 a.m. then a group of officers from CPIB came over to my house. And
is that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, then?
And arrest me.
Serious?
Yeah. Yeah, like, okay, please give us your laptop, handphone, everything considered. Wow, macam movie drama like that.
Because you right.
Yeah, so I got taken away. I have no idea what is going on. So apparently some haters just went to the extreme to report to the authority. And I got locked up for a day. And I remember, I don't know whether I can share what happened in the incident, but just to make sure I don't get into any trouble, I think I shouldn't reveal too much on what happened. But the experience was so terrible, so bad, that I understand the impact of our words on social media. It can bring us up, it can also bring us down. And it's really very scary how people attack you. And that time I received a lot, apart from being arrested for a day for investigation, for bribery, and I received a lot of death threat also. And some client even, I remember there's one client that cancelled off the projects because they want to boycott my firm. Because there are some people that didn't even engage us and work with us before, came and gave us 1-star review to say don't work with this firm because this boss is racist. The racist thing just is so strong. It took me, it really hit me a lot. But yet I have existing project on hand. I have to manage my personal stuff. So it's something that I truly learned from this lesson, which is why after that I take a break from posting to do some self-reflection.
You cannot ban from posting.
Yeah, I cannot ban from posting.
But it's Steam.
Yeah. So I did a lot of self-reflection to think about how should I take the company from there lah. Like our story, should we continue to post stories? Should we continue to be ourselves, be authentic? Because that has always been our philosophy. Yeah, but I think one thing that I learned from this lesson is that you can be yourself, but you need to be sensitive.
Yeah.
You need to be tactful also lah. And I like to take this opportunity to apologize to people in the past that have been offended by my posting. I'm sorry, but I have no ill intent whatsoever. For me, it's always to share every knowledge, every single knowledge that I know, so that everyone can benefit from it, and also with my sense of humor.
We're definitely not racist because in our industry we work a lot with various foreign workers from different countries, and we know that without them we cannot do much. Because in our industry it's very transparent. We know that there will be a lot of foreign workers, so we actually appreciate them a lot more because we know the hardship that they go through. We speak with them, we know coming over to Singapore, having to pay so much with their family back home. So we are definitely not racist. We in fact we empathize more with them. We really appreciate that a lot. Yeah. So
Okay.
he learned lesson. We not racist.
Wow, this lesson gao.
Okay, next.
Okay, so how long have you been on this live already?
I think about 40 minutes.
40 minutes? Okay. Do you have any question from the live?
There's one.
Only one. Okay.
Good. Let's just answer that.
Cannot avoid it.
Feel free to ask questions.
After that, wrap it up.
Feel free to ask questions, everyone. Okay, hold on, yeah.
I have some other questions here, but.
Okay, so we got one friend is asking, how do you help us know what we really want?
How to help you know what you really want?
Yeah.
First, you need to point us towards a direction. And then, we give suggestions towards that direction. We cannot know what you want, we won't know what you want, but we can give you various suggestions of what we roughly know you want, and then give you option A, B, C. Yeah. Right.
This one like a very $1 million question. Yeah, so we can't read minds lah. So definitely we won't be able to know what you want if there's not much input from your end. Then I think it's more important that something that I realized among couple is the husband and wife need to be on the same page. You all need to understand what you all want. Okay, cannot conflict one. You all cannot fight one. You all fight then jialat already. Okay, but it's okay if husband like a certain design concept or theme, wife like a totally different kind. Then our job will be we try to blend them. We try to add some personal touch to your space that can incorporate both elements nicely. I think this is the part that we will be able to value a lot.
Yeah.
At least you yourself must know lah. Must agree. Of course, if both of you can agree on a certain concept or theme, that would be best. Then this is for design. Second thing, Gary earlier mentioned you are staying here 5 years or 10 years. What is your design intent? In terms of practical aspect, how much do you think does it make sense to spend on this home? Short term, spend how much? Long term, spend how much? Whether you want to get a bank loan or don't want to get a bank loan. So all these things you need to know.
I think for me it's more the technical aspects lah.
Yeah.
For example, I will have clients who will be like, I want a TV feature wall. Can you design a TV feature wall for me? I need to know whether you prefer to have your TV mounted or you want your TV sitting with the stand. I need to know what kind of sound system you have, whether there's a subwoofer. I need to know what kind of storage you have. So these kind of things, this kind of information you need to provide to us because we wouldn't know your lifestyle. We wouldn't know how you want or what you want to use it for. So with that, then that's the direction you give us. Then we can tell you, okay, so if you don't have much appliances for your TV console, for example, you only have a TV, then we don't need that much storage. We could just do a nicer platform or something like that. Like with your information, then we can give you suggestions. So how we know what you want, we can never know what you want. You point us to a direction, we give you suggestions, just like I mentioned.
Yeah, lor. We basically just throw question.
We'll just ask you. Ask you, then have all the information that we can get from you, then we digest, analyze, then come up with solution A, B, C.
Like see doctor like that lah. Ask you question lah. 哪里痛 here.
English.
Okay, is it here pain? Pain how long already?
Yeah.
Something like that. Then we try to diagnose lah.
Yeah. So then based on experience or past projects, then the designers will tell you, okay, so based on this kind of requirement, we have done something like this before, we've done something like this before, which one you prefer. So we always have this back and forth discussion with the clients.
Mm.
Yeah. That's how we know what you want. Yeah.
But when you guys come to us, it's better that we be open lah, and transparent. Let's say you just wish to spend 50k for a video, then at least our job is to tell you what 50k can do lor.
Yeah.
So from there, we will manage your expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I think can help to streamline more to allow yourself to understand yourself better also.
And another thing is that for 1983 also, it's not just reno, so they also help in soft furnishing and table, sofa, all the furnitures.
Yeah.
So the budget actually will need to include all these furnitures. So if you say a 50k budget, right, for them, right, they will need to say, okay, so how much are we going to take out to buy furniture, sofa, chair, light fittings, all this? 15k, 20k, 30k, then how much is left for reno? This is where the remaining amount will be for reno. Then they'll be like, oh, if let's say I'm going to spend 20k on all my furnishing, that means reno left 30k. What can we do with 30k for reno? Yeah, so I think you need to bear in mind when it comes to the budget, do also include furniture and appliances and all this. Because a lot of time, clients don't include. Then suddenly you go to, you spend all the budget on reno. You're like, oh no, I need to buy sofa, I need to buy dining table, chair. Then you got not enough budget. You cannot buy something that fits your design thing. So that's the good thing about 1983 is that they help you to work out your budget on all this. Yeah.
Yeah. So most people show us the money. How much? For example, if you give me 50k, like Gary mentioned, so I minus all the other things, curtain, lighting, furnishing, blah blah blah, 50k, I left with 20k. So I will discuss, okay, Gary, let's discuss 2 toilets.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can only do 2 toilets.
Because just now you say 1 toilet 10k, so 2 toilets.
That's it already.
Yeah.
So your house, I can only do 2 toilets for 50k budget. So that's at least that's what I manage your expectation lah. Then I say, okay, so in this case, right, 20k I can only do 2 toilet. Let's just don't do 2 toilet lah. 20k do 1 kitchen lah. Toilet, keep it simple lor. If really die then it's 50k all in lah. So this is how we usually help our owners lah to manage lah.
There's one interesting question.
What?
Someone asking.
Who?
Someone asking. Engage you guys for my upcoming reno and looking forward to it. Heard a few times about 1983 style. How would you describe this style relative to other ID firm?
Got style, right?
Style as in
1983 style.
Like working style or design
We
style?
did it. I didn't know this also. I think it's between the others people where they are, hey, let's do the 1983 style lah.
Got style, man?
Last time people always say that we have a lot of modern lux.
You lor.
They say we have modern lux. So are you it depends whether you're referring to the design style,
Yeah.
the style of our work
Oh.
or our work format. But if you're talking about style of our work format, it's more to we are very open and transparent. Like we will take the overall budget, then we will say, okay, in this case we left how much for reno and what can be done. So if we can manage your budget, we manage your budget. If not, I manage your expectation. I'll say, okay, in this case, this part we don't do. We buy loose furnitures. Yeah. And also we will hope that the owners can trust us. And of course, it's not our style. It's not like those TV show makeover by whereby you give us the key, then after that you come in, wow, that's so nice. It's not like that. Okay, we do provide that kind of you really can move in kind of outcome, but the whole process is not totally hands-off. It's more hassle-free, I would say. Those important decision-making part, we will still need you to come in. For example, instead of bringing the owners to one furniture shop and spend one whole day shopping with them there, and after that we get a commission. That is the conventional approach.
Yeah.
For us, is we shortlist. Let's say this sofa is from King's Living, this is from Commune, this is from Burfing. So the owners just need to go down to look for their particular model, then you test it, you like it, and you give us your feedback, and we will arrange accordingly. So yeah, our style is basically work format is like this. Of course, there's more to it, whereby you guys can read up on the README highlights.
No, so the question is about design style or working style.
They only talk about like 1980 style and asking us like, how will us describe this style relative to other ID firm?
So working style.
Maybe.
Working
I think it's
style,
more working style, not design. Okay, so
Maybe.
working style. So like I mentioned earlier just now, most ID firms they will have a sales designer who will do everything. Meet up with you, go through your requirements, do quotation, come up with drawing, go with you for material selection and purchase of fittings and stuff like that, and then managing the workers, project managing. So 1983 style is they will meet up with you, they choose material for shortlist materials for you, you meet up with them, they come up with drawing, confirm the drawing, then they pass to Cloverspace. Then Cloverspace is the one who will execute whatever they design. So that is the difference between 1983 working style and most ID firms, which is they split the workload because, like we mentioned earlier, he don't like to go site. I like to go site, but I don't like to design. He like to design. So this is a good match for us. So
we function as a team.
Yeah.
So we like a one-man show. And also another difference is we don't show you the whole laminate sample book and you select.
Yeah.
Then I just, okay, confirm, you select this one, nice or not nice, I don't care. I just approve. No. I will shortlist for you. Then also we don't spend our like whole day bring you owner down to Hafari and shop with them. Yeah, we will go down Hafari ourselves to look for the right house for them and shortlist for the owners. So often our owners they are very trusting. I would say those happy cases for most, they really enjoy the journey, right? Very solid review one. Are those owners that Ben, we trust you lah. Yeah, if you say this one nice, then let's go for this. Often these owners are the one that really enjoy the journey. For owners that want to micromanage, often will turn up, they don't really enjoy or they find it very stressful because they cannot make up their mind.
And the end product not that nice.
The end product might not be that nice because they keep
cutting in, jumping in and telling you, hey, why you do this instead of this? Why you give me this instead of this? Then for the designer, they do have a reason, but sometimes it's very difficult to explain.
Yeah.
Then because we want to appease the client, then we you want this, I do this, but then it spoils the whole design intent that the designers have.
Yeah.
So yes, you can let us know your requirements, but don't have to micromanage and force your opinion onto us because we will listen to you. We will do it because we don't want to anger you and it's your house. You say you want, we will do for you. But it will spoil the whole design intent. There might be a flow, but because of your wants or you micromanage and tell them I want this, that flow suddenly got cut off. So trust the designer. Yes, give us your input in terms of like how you want to use the space or how you want certain cabinets to be like I want drawer, I don't want door, that kind of thing. Yes, that one we can. But don't come and I don't know, halfway come and say, hey, wow, now that I see this, I don't like it. You know? Yeah. So design.
I really cannot imagine spending a whole day with owner at Hafari. I've seen some ideas of,
I used to do that.
And there's one time I remember there's this old elderly couple. They cannot make up their mind. Then Bo is like, I think Bo tell me about this story. That the couple even asked Bo for opinion whether this towel is nice or not. Was it? Can you remember?
Which one again?
You saw this couple with the ID at Hafari 选 tiles, then after that 他问你，
couple going out
他叫你帮他选 something like that.
They come, then the owner go Hafari themselves without the ID.
Oh, the ID never.
Maybe it's like ID just ask them go there and choose. And then I'm doing tiles matching. And then after that I realized they really like the tiles that I chose. And then like they, take photo and take photo of the codes number, everything.
Yeah, so that's the difference lah. Basically, the designers will help you to shortlist, give you like for example living room flooring option A, B, C.
Yeah.
This A, B, C will actually match your kitchen flooring, for example A, B, C. Then you choose from A, B, C, A, B, C. That's all. You don't have to go down there and then like the showroom. I tell you, if you ever go tile shopping, the showroom is huge. There's so many options. You cannot possibly go and take this piece or kitchen floor. I want this one. Walk to the other end, take another piece toilet. I want this one. So that one, the designer help you to settle. I think that's the one difference between like what Bo mentioned. IDs asking the client to go themselves to go and shop.
Because don't just talk about owners. Sometimes when designer we go down to Hafari, it can get quite overwhelming for us also.
Yeah.
Like before we go, in fact, our tile selection for myself is this: when I go to Hafari, more or less I already know what I want.
Okay, tile shop. Many other tile supplier.
The
tile supplier.
Huh?
Got many other tile supplier, huh? Tile supplier.
Tile supplier. Okay. So we are not advertising.
Wait, you can't cancel again. I tell you.
Okay. So be what or okay. So when I go down to tile shop, more or less I know what I want. But I can tell you, when I select my tiles, right, it's like I close my eyes and roughly visualize. I have to do this mental visualization. I have this format whereby I think, okay, this will look good, this will look good. Okay, this two will look good. Maybe I walk 2 lanes, then I see the flooring. Then after that, I have to remember these two things together. Then, okay, I think this might work. So, but if you ask me, can I be 100% certain that it confirm will be sui? Nobody can be 100%. But I'll say 90%. I know that it will turn out well. Yeah, it's based on our experience. And sometimes it's quite hard for us to really envision this to you, even via 3D drawings. Because tiles, I find in 3D drawing, toilet 3D is always warm it blood. But thankfully our actual bathroom, you see our actual bathroom photos and the 3D, the 3D like, the seams like that, it's like really quite bad. So I cannot fault the renderer or the drafter also lah, because it's even screen or computer, sometimes the color different. Yeah.
In tiles got different texture or
Correct,
sheen,
Yeah.
And it's very difficult for the renderer to know what kind of texture or sheen you have. Like in general, if it's this tone of beige, then this is this tone of beige. Like they want to be able to capture the true feel of the tile. So yeah.
And also when we are seeing 3Ds, sorry I interrupt. When we're seeing 3D, because bathroom is a very tight and small space. So there's actually nothing much to see, except walls and floor and maybe one vanity cabinet. So it's quite hard to have that wow factors. Whereby if you're comparing a living room 3Ds, it's quite easy to wow because there's carpentry, there's styling, there's finishing. So you are seeing a more a complete outlook. Yeah, so I guess that is the reason why.
Another question asked by the same person. Given budget constraints, what are some of the things, features worth spending on that give the most bang for its buck?
Still how many people?
14.
14, okay. So last question.
Okay.
For this last one.
I think bang for buck. First thing first is you need to do essentials. For example, BTO. If you got budget constraint, no matter what, you need to do up your kitchen first. Right?
Kitchen?
Like
Bang for
bang for buck.
Okay, we don't talk about practicality.
Okay.
We talk about aesthetics.
Oh, aesthetic, that one, your portion. For me, it's really essential.
Of course, kitchen will be.
Yeah. So it's like you see your budget, right? You need to do essentials first. Then remaining amount, if it's a low budget, where can we add on? Which then the answer.
Yeah. So it's like kitchen. Let me ask, can we say and use IKEA kitchen?
Okay.
Can?
Yeah.
Then don't need you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm very honest. I mean, definitely there's a market for all. You know.
Okay, I want to get cancelled by IKEA, but
no, I think definitely you can. But the thing is that whether or not it fits your requirement, lah.
Oh,
yeah. Because sometimes for those big box kind of like where whoever you mentioned, sometimes it's like it's fixed at this size of carpentry door and all this, so it might not fit your requirement. But if it fits your requirement, then of course you can.
Okay, don't say IKEA good or bad. Okay, I'll meet IKEA. Okay, delete. Okay. Okay. Kitchen, yes, but I will say that cut down, you do bottom cabinet only, you don't do top cabinet.
Okay. No, never mind. We go back to the answer the question. The question is
bang for bucks.
To improve aesthetics.
The most worth spending.
Most worth spending, I would think wallpaper.
I think lighting, light fitting.
Lighting, but lighting 很贵 very expensive.
It's important.
It's
And ceiling fan. A nice design ceiling fan.
If you need a ceiling fan.
Yeah, if you need a ceiling fan.
Okay, for me, right, if I'm helping a friend that's running on a very tight budget, lighting, yes, but probably I will not spend on spotlights. I will spend on essence lighting. Like maybe I'll top out my standing lamp, table lamp. I'll use different kind of lamps to light up the area. So instead, you see, I can save money and just boom, one ceiling light and flood out the whole areas. But I would think that wouldn't make sense. So bangs for bucks would be Taobao, all your decorative lightings. So your mood is there, the vibes is there already. Then the rest will be choosing the right furnishing. Choosing the right furnishing and reduce on carpentry stuff. Yep.
So the answer is light fittings
and furnishing.
and
styling.
for band wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Okay, I think I wallpaper.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Wow, 14个人 thanks, yeah.
Now back to 20.
Oh my god.
Okay, then you do one more question for your list.
No.
Yeah, you answer right.
Not
Simple question.
No need. Very long. Wait, I need to edit a lot.
Oh, okay. So maybe we can do another round next time. If
Okay,
you guys
yeah.
prepare more questions.
You guys do let us know via DM whether you like this kind of format. Then maybe going forward we can consider doing more to answer more of your burning question. So if you guys have missed out the earlier part of this, should we call it podcast? Podcast always got the mic very professional, but this fella don't know whether working or not.
Yeah.
so yeah, if you like this kind of live chat,
Podcast normally I talk to you, right?
yeah.
Like, I don't know, I keep talking to camera.
Yeah lah, you like treat me as
I never try before lah. I never do before. I'm sorry everybody.
Okay. So yeah, just pop us a DM to let us know whether this is something that you guys enjoy. And also go ahead anytime, just let us know some questions so we can consolidate it. And probably we will have the next one. Okay, so good night everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for my 20 other hi everyone in this room. Thank you Gary for joining us today.
Hey, thank you.